There's so many cars in the game that look fast. They're obviously fast. But then there are some cars in the game that look slow when you look at them, but then you realize they are fast. That is what we call sleepers. And in this video, I'm going to show you a few sleepers. Hopefully you enjoy. Pegassi is a funny one because it's an old gen car. The old gen cars are not really that fast, but this one always was. It was a car that cost 400k and it was based off a Citroen SM. Like, you just don't think this thing will be fast. Like, why would it be? It's based off a Citroen. But the people that did buy it, the rare amount of people that did buy it, like, this car is rare and forgotten, were just shocked at the speed. Like, this should not be going this fast. What in the hell is this? Like, again, literally another definition of a sleeper. The modifications don't justify this thing's speed. The looks don't justify the speed. Nothing does. It makes no sense why this thing is so fast. And it used to cost 400k. Now it's quite hard to find people that actually have this vehicle because it's been removed off the website. It's just narrow and long and it just feels like it's darting around everywhere. Definitely not the fastest, but one of the more shocking vehicles on the list. I wish this car wasn't on the list, but it is. I mean, I have to be consistent. If I'm talking about sleepers, I have to talk about sleepers. This car does not look fast. It doesn't look like it should handle well. It's a crossover. I must say it does do a good job at looking like the real life e-tron, but I tell people not to buy it at 1.72 million. And then I go around driving it, like the background footage you see. I'm like, wow, I'm telling people not to buy it, but at the same time, this thing just sticks and it's so fast. Faster than most supercars in the game, and not many things can keep up with you. And then you have to remember that you're in an SUV. The physics of this car makes zero sense. And once you learn how to handle the mass, you can get away from anything. Okay, maybe not a Pressamart 2, but any ground vehicle. If you constantly watch my videos, you'll know how much I just credit this car, the Jackal. Jackal you can get off the street, you can get it for free. It's a car that looks ordinary, but wow, the handling on this car. I wouldn't say it really meets the sleeper category because when it comes to sleepers, people normally talk about power. This is one of the cars that really impresses you more when it comes to handling. And impresses you that much. When you drive this thing, your brain can't comprehend turns. You'll start to turn in way too early because you'll think, okay, this car's gonna have a wide turn here, and no, it turns in sharp. And I always say, like, this car, the handling of it seems like it's built for twice the power. It shouldn't handle the way it does, and even if this was a HSW car, it would still handle good. I always feel like I'm just glorifying this car, so I tell people to always try it. Find the Jackal off the street, put the engine upgrades on, and feel the way it sticks to the road. The Astrae GZ, on the face of it, this thing looks like a normal pedestrian car. It doesn't even look like a modern car to be added to the game, which is cool. Looking so much like the Camry, you don't expect it to move. Whilst this might be one of the slowest cars on the list, it does not move the way it looks. It costs 459,000. I don't know if you consider that a lot or less. It is a new gen car that just looks like an old gen car. But if you've got a Camry in real life, then this thing is a no-brainer. I'd say what strikes out more about this car is the handling. It sticks quite well to the ground, and it just moves like it shouldn't. A lot of people, they focus on the stats of a website or look up what the top speed of this vehicle is, but it never really pans out when it comes to the streets of Los Santos because you got all these bumps, cars get affected differently, cars obviously handle differently, and the Novak is a good example of this. The Novak has always reacted weirdly off bumps, but it's never been a car that everyone's had, so they've never really reported it. So Rockstar have never really fixed it. When it happened to the Italy GTO, it got fixed straight away. It's a vehicle that has this like stiff dampening that makes it get affected very easily with bumps, and then you look at it and you're like, this thing makes no sense of why it's going so fast. It beats vehicles on the list so easily, but only on the street. When you hit the highway, it's still really fast. It doesn't beat supercars though on the highway, but on the street, this moves like a HSW car. And the Novak costs 608,000, no longer available on the website, but I'm sure someone can help you find it. Like MathMod helped me get this one, and I bought it off him in an LS car meet. Another one that amazes me. This is one that I was debating putting on the list. Like, does it really look like a sleeper? It's the Weevil Custom. It's literally ratted out. Like, you kind of expect these to have a bit of speed to them, but the speed that the Weevil Custom has is like extortionate. It makes no sense. This thing breaks the game. It goes faster than a lot of HSW cars, and when they didn't add HSW to last gen consoles, I just thought, oh, because these newer top speeds are going to make the game render in more, which the old gen consoles won't handle. But the old gen consoles have this. They have the Weevil Custom, which does this stupid speed. Or I don't know, let me know in the comments, like, does the PS4 version or the Xbox One version Are they just slower? Because this car just feels like a HSW car, but it's not. Completely baffles my brain. That's why I put it on the sleeper list, even though it doesn't look a lot like the sleeper. The Corvette D1, like, yeah, it's a Corvette, but it's a first gen Corvette. Like, it shouldn't be that fast. But this is another one that really moves and I guess kind of justifies the price a bit more at 1.5 million. First of all, the sound on this car is just beautiful. I love the sound on this car. It does have backfires as well. If you let off the throttle, it does have little backfires that are so inconsistent, which is a better feature, I think. But yeah, it's fast as well. It shouldn't be that fast, but it's fast. Here's me like racing a Tempesta, of course, and you can just see I slowly creep past it. Now, this is one of the cars that shouldn't be on the list because it's HSW, but it always surprises me. This minivan is the definition of sleeper. This is something we've always wanted in the game. We just always wanted a vehicle like the BF Surfer or something that makes no sense to be stupidly fast, but it is. And the Biv Knight is that to a T. Like, it's a HSW I mean, it's 1.6 million, but it's one of the most unique vehicles in the game. A minivan that goes faster than all non-HSW cars, except the Weevil Custom. Seeing this just passing a Fioria, seeing this just obliterating nearly everything on the strip. It's so funny to see and it's so worth it. I wish my friend circle was full of people that didn't know GTA well, so they could just watch me beat them and annihilate them in this. They will literally think you're hacking. It's a concept in GTA that I've been asking for a long time, and yeah, it is the definition of a sleeper. The Castigator, a car that recently came out that was confused of looking like the track court, and everyone wanted the track court, and then this was a big bait. Many people didn't buy it because of that, but then a lot of people didn't get to experience its fast speed and crazy handling. Like, this thing is a sleeper. It's supposed to be based off an Avenger, but it moves like a track hawk. It's a car that has a crazy amount of modifications, but focusing on the speed aspect, it just moves, and the only way to describe it is by showing you the footage of it moving. The Shafter V12's made it to another video. It's like this car is good in many areas, and one of them is top speed. There's a lot of cars that easily get affected with bumps, and the Shafter V12 is one of them. It's super fast. It matches supercar top speed, and it costs 116,000. Like, it makes no sense. Of course, people into cars will be like, it says Shafter V12. But you know, in the game, you've literally got misidentified displacements and engine sizes. But the Shafter V12 is known for its glorious sound. It's a well-respected car in GTA. You can fit all your friends in. It's just so versatile. And you probably realize that a lot of the cars on the list might no longer be available. And what's the point, Hella? We can't buy them off anyone. But in our Discord, you can. In our car trading server, you can find what vehicle you're looking for. Some people, for some reason, sell vehicles with F1 wheels. Some with chameleon paints that you can't get if you're a non-GTA Plus member. Some weird cars. And some cars that are just like this video, removed off the website. So if you're looking for anything like that, you can literally put a wanted poster on our car trading market on our Discord, first link in the description, or you can find someone that's selling that certain vehicle and see if they'll trade with you using LS Carmi or other methods that I don't recommend. Yeah, your choice, first link in the description. We don't get anything, we're just making a community here.